invest more, we can route your traffic preferentially, we can do that. That's what you want to outlaw.
I know exactly what I want. So you're right. I want to outlaw what I would call access tiering, and here's why. On everybody's table is the story of YouTube. Right? YouTube, this upstart video provider. If we had lived in the world that at least Whittaker described before his press people told him it was a stupid thing to be describing the world like that, then how would YouTube have competed against the obvious competitor to YouTube, which is Google Video? YouTube and Google Video both would have been told by the carriers, you want good access to our content, you're going to have to pay this access tax. The people who would have been able to pay the access tax are the incumbents, the upstarts, which is the definition of a competition.
Larry, do you know how YouTube connects to the web today? Do you know, what do they, because I know, do you know how they connect? Under what? What regulatory regime did they connect to other YouTube? Because I actually know. Do you know? Do you know what is their connection to the web today? Do you know? Have you checked? If you haven't, go look.
There is no relevant difference in the connection to the web. That's
you bet your life there is. You think they're doing a dial-up, a DSL at 1.6 gigs? YouTube? You think eBay has got? You think that eBay has a DSL line to the web? Every one of them is a Title I contract today. They're all negotiated.
But again, Peter, a totally irrelevant point about what's happening at the backbone of the core of the network versus how people are going to be having access to the last mile of the network. But my point, which you are diverting from as you sort of interrupted from what I was saying, my point was, in a competitive environment, where the relatively small number of competitors get to say, if you want access to the network, you have to pay the access tax, that's going to obviously impose a burden on upstarts outside of the incumbent. So if you're investing, if you're a venture capitalist investing in this upstart, you're going to say, oh, well, between Google Video and YouTube, I know which one we should be investing in, or I know which one we shouldn't be investing in, because how is it ever going to be that Google could lose to this upstart, given that there's this tax? You want to turn the internet into the cell phone network. That's your theory of what the network is. It's no longer bellheads, it's cellheads. And you want to talk about application competition in the cell phone network, you talk to venture capitalists like it's impossible to innovate in the cell phone network. Why? Because the gatekeepers are all Clay Christensen's nightmare. They have the most unbelievable innovator's dilemma mentality, and they get to choose what runs on that platform. You want to create that in the internet. What you'll produce is an internet that's much less valuable, much less money made, much less economically important than the internet we could produce if the values you talk about actually continue to be part of the network.